Okay, let's just look around the outside of the California. The Grand California, I keep calling it the California, but Grand California. So it's a long enough machine. If you're not used to driving a long machine, it's a long enough machine. Has a long wheelbase. Doesn't it doesn't have much of an overhang at the back, so you don't really have to worry about tail swings. Well, not too much on it anyway, compared to, we'll say, some of the other campers that have massive tail swings. So when you're going around the corner, it swings in the opposite direction. It has about an average wheelbase, I would think, for a camper. You also have an awning up there. Well, it's fine, but you want to be careful in the wind, because in the wind what'll happen is you won't be able to close it if it's windy, and it'll get bent. It's very easily damaged. You have here fresh water. You open it with just a key from the ignition. They come with a bike rack. So bike rack on the back to carry your bikes. Now they're a high machine. So we'll just look at it here. It says 3 meters inside. So 3 meters height. They're a high machine. They're very high off the ground. Here you have your electrical connection for plugging it into the mains. You have here your cassette toilet. This little port here is for the heating. There's a gas system where you have gas heating that blows hot air into the vehicle. It works off the gas, so if you don't have gas, you don't have heating. Some of them now have electrical heating in them of some kind, but this particular one doesn't have electrical heating in it. The diesel tank, now this is a clever little thing that the diesel tank has. You can't open the diesel tank unless the door is open. So there's a little stopper here that stops you opening the diesel tank unless you actually unlock the door, which is a very clever little system. Also, this window here, it opens, but because it's under the heating system, if you open this window when the heating is on, it turns the heating off automatically. So the heating just turns off automatically if you open this when the heating is on. As regards width, they're not much wider, we'll say, than a normal car, but still, because of the length, cornering, you have to just be careful with it. And the height now is something that you have to be particularly careful of. You have to be careful, we'll say, you have to be very aware of the height of the vehicle, otherwise you can do serious damage to them. But there is also down at the bottom here, there's a little step that you can pull out to go in and out of the vehicle. Now inside you have your usual things inside. So we have our gas cooker here, 2-ring gas cooker. We have a little sink that works, water works with a pump. 2 plug-in electrical connections, light switch. Now this is the bed. You can fold that up if you want to. It will fold up in the middle, and you can put it to both sides if you want to. You have the little back windows here. with the blinds, and you can see the top there. That's the blinds, the way they work. Just two skylights here. I'll open one of them here. Skylights here. There's two of them. And some of the more extravagant models, you get air conditioning systems. This is a fairly basic. We have air conditioning here up at the on the dashboard, yes, and you can turn it on up there. But there is no air conditioning system, we'll say, that works on the leisure batteries on this particular model. So some of them do have an air conditioning system. Now I'll just close over the door here so we don't get sunshine. This here is your control system, where you have water, shows your fresh water, grey water. You have your battery, settings, temperature. You can put it on camping mode, so that changes the mode that it's on. It just changes the way things work. And then you have your system where you can change the way the lights work in the vehicle and return. It's heating. You can use this for heating hot water. Gas heating off. So you can use this. This is a general system that just you can use the heating, change the lighting. You can use the settings then to change date, time, language. That's for the outside step. Entertainment. So just general stuff on that. It's a little control system. It has adequate lights. It has lights throughout, such as you have lights up here. You can turn them on and off. These lights up here. It has lights also around. We can turn them on now. Yeah, over the bed. That's another roof light there. I just have it closed. These little windows back here, as I say, they're yeah, they don't do much. I suppose you can open them and let a bit of air in. It has presses. You have these are all presses all the way around here to store your goods. Phone plug in the corner, so you can plug your phone in the corner. More presses and shelves. Oh, up here you also have a bunk. This pulls out. So if you want to pull this out, this is a fairly substantial bunk if you want to pull it out, and it has a ladder on it as well. Now, we've never used it, but like, I mean, if you pull it out, then it's going to really restrict your headspace down here. I suppose theoretically you could sleep 4, but then you'd really want to like the people you're staying with. It's a tight enough space for 4 people. You want to be all cozy with each other. The bathroom, little shower. So you have a sink, and there's a shower fitting for that sink that goes up there at the top. That's your little sink. Your tap works on a pump. As I say, cassette toilet. That's the water. You can pour water into it. A place to hang your towels. And you have a roof light in here as well. So you have a roof light to let out the shower fumes or whatever you happen to be doing in this area. And a little heating system as well, blows hot air in here. There's a little press here as well. Where is it? There it is. Little press there too. Yeah, and all these doors have, whoops, all these doors have these particular catches on, so you can see if it's unlocked. You can do a check to see if it's unlocked. That way it'll be opening and closing while you're driving, but you can see by just looking at them that that's unlocked or it's locked. All the windows have fly screens on them, and they all have complete shut off blinds as well on them, including the skylights. They all have that. I done a little video on the gears for it. It has the Bluetooth connection for the radio. This one has air conditioning, overhead storage, little vent up there. Generally it, really. Here you have seating with seat belts for another 2 people, so can carry 4 people now. However, again, I sat in there myself, and it's snug. It's snug in there. That seat would not be that comfortable. You can move the table, but that will restrict the other seat. It's snug. If you had 4 people in this, it'd be very tidy in there if you were carrying 4 people. Can be done, but no, wouldn't be for me, I'm afraid. 2 people is well enough in there, and it's comfortable enough in there. Just at the back here, side in the back, you have your gas cylinder in here, and there are other presses in there as well for storing your stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. There's an outside shower here as well if you want to use it. I've never actually used it. You can put the outside shower on there, and you can use the outside shower here too. 2 more connections for electricity. So you got a reasonably good space here for luggage, whatever. 2 big barn doors on the back. Of course, these are based on the Volkswagen Crafter van. Fuel consumption, it's not bad. I've had a lot worse. It's a big vehicle, but as regards fuel consumption, it's reasonably good on fuel. Wouldn't be bad on fuel at all for what it is. Don't know if there's a lot more I can say about it. Nice wagon. Look, if anybody has any questions about it, love to hear from you. I'm very happy to answer them. I'd recommend them. Say if anybody said to me, will I buy a Volkswagen Grand California, I'd say yeah, it's a good idea. I would recommend them. Trouble free, we really have no trouble with it. I suppose you keep them maintained and serviced and everything, you won't have problems with them. But generally, I would say I've had campers in the past I have had trouble with, but I've never had any trouble with this one. It's been fairly trouble free. Anyway, any questions, comments? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much.